Hey everybody. So I just thought I would do a quick video just to explain some of the things that you're going to do today and just kind of walk you through the different sections of our 2 hours for the writing day. So we're going to start with an agenda. Your first thing will be a warm-up. That'll be vocabulary practice just like you did yesterday. And then find the errors in the passage just like we do every single Monday. Um, I will tell you there are 10 errors if I've counted correctly, which I know I don't always do. But if I've counted correctly, there should be 10. Remember, those are spelling errors, word choice, comma usage, apostrophes, quotation marks, things like that. The second thing you're going to do is watch a YouTube video which talks about either the harmful or helpful effects of watching and playing video games. Is on adolescence. So you'll watch that introduction video and kind of discuss your thoughts on that. After that, you're going to read 4 different passages about video game usage and how that affects young people. So remember, you're reading 4 texts for a reason, right? On I Learn Tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, you're going to be reading lots of different passages. Some are going to be about similar ideas. And so that's why you're reading these 4 passages, okay? After that, you're going to answer a constructed response question. Then you will maybe take a little break to play a Jeopardy review game from several grammar skills we've learned this year. And then after doing so, you will jump back into the writing task and you'll write a thesis statement for your essay as well as an introduction paragraph. So that's kind of what today's going to look like. Please be flexible. I've done my best to kind of prepare you for what this day is going to look like and for what's going to happen today. So be positive, be respectful. I'm really thankful for how hard you've worked so far this year. So your teachers are going to go ahead and pause right now, and then they'll resume when you're finished reading the passages. So you have just watched a YouTube video talking about the either harmful or positive effects of video games on adolescents. You've also read or listened to 4 different texts about that topic. So now it's time to write your constructed response. And if you remember from what we've learned in writing class is that constructed responses require a yes ma'am format. They require a me, which is a restatement of your question. Author, it's where you refer to something in the text. So for example, the author says, or something like that. Another example from the text, so in addition, the author also states, and then you'll put a quote in there as well. And then me is a reminder to your readers of why your evidence and how your evidence supports your side. So the question that we're looking at today is this. All of the sources that you've read provide information about the effects of video games on young people. Which source would most likely be relevant and useful to students researching the negative impact of video games on the development and well-being of adolescents? Justify your answer and support it with 2 pieces of information from the source. So with that question, you want to first restate the question. So the question says, which source would most likely be relevant? So using those words, I would say, for example, source number 4 would be most relevant because, and then you would give your answer, okay? Or source number 2 would be most relevant to students because of this reason, right? And then you go into your author. For example, the text states, right? So go ahead and your teacher's going to pause here really quick. Go ahead and write your constructed responses either in groups or with your partner, and then your teacher will resume when you're finished. Okay, so now that you've finished your constructed responses, maybe you've just taken a quick little break to play Jeopardy review game. I hope that was fun and helpful to you as you remember all of those rules about commas and phrases and clauses and all of those things. So now it's time to plan your thesis statement, and I'm super impressed with how well we've done this year with thesis statements. Remember, if you plan a thesis, a strong thesis, you will write a strong essay. That thesis statement is the most important thing that you should be planning during that writing time. So remember, a thesis statement involves, if it's an argument, addressing the other side. If it's not an argument, it means starting with your claim and your 3 reasons. So your performance task today said, in order to prove to your teachers that you should be allowed to play video games for a certain amount of class time during the week, you decide to write a multi-paragraph informative essay about the positive effects of video games on adolescents. Using evidence from the articles, explain to your teachers the many benefits of playing video games. So if you see, this is not an argument essay today, this is just an informative essay, which means that your thesis statement will start with your claim. So video games have a positive effect on students for these reasons, right? For the following reasons. And remember, after reasons, we need a colon because we've got a list that comes after, okay? So go ahead and write your thesis statement, and then your teachers will pause and resume. So you've just written your thesis statement for your essay. Hopefully that went smoothly. Remember, you just needed to address your claim, so what you believe, as well as your 3 reasons for that. Now it's time to write your introduction paragraph. This is something we worked on a lot this year, but we kind of need to be reminded, I think, of what a strong introduction looks like. So in your essay, your introduction should start with a hook. Remember, those are the 6 strong leads we've talked about. Onomatopoeia, an anecdote, dialogue, a question, a fact, a short story. Kind of try to hook your readers with something interesting. Then background information. Those are things that your reader might need to know about your topic that they don't already. So you guys know a lot about video games. Share some facts that you know about this topic, and maybe some facts from the articles that you've read. And then finally end with your thesis statement. That's the easiest part because it's already written at the top of your page. So thanks for working hard today. Go ahead and write that introduction. Do your best, and I will see you all in class later today. Have a good one.